Hello and welcome back to the channel. As always, Steuben here, and today we're going to take a look at yet another early access Silver Tempest deck list that I've proxied out and I've started to play test in hopes of maybe playing something like this at Arlington and or Toronto. I'll probably go to Arlington. I won't most likely go to Toronto. I think it's a little too late for that one anyways for me. But yeah, most likely I should be heading to Arlington to play, who knows, whatever many of these decks that we ended up, showcasing here on the channel. But today we are going to take a look at Regidrago VSTAR. Before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content and whatever else the universe throws at us. Who knows? We never know what I'm going to do every day I wake up. All right, so let's start off. We have a 4-3 line of Regidrago VSTAR. We'll start with the V. Not too crazy here. 220 HP, 3 retreat cost, 2 attacks. Celestial Roar. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of those are energy cards, attach them to this Pokemon. It can come up. It can happen. It's not likely. And then you've got Dragon Laser for 2 grass and a fire for 130. And it also hits one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for 30, setting up maybe later knockouts. It could come in a pinch, but for the most part, most likely not going to use it. However, you can technically use it if you have it in the discard pile, even though you've got Regidrago VSTAR, because its attack here is Apex Dragon. Choose an attack from a Dragon Pokemon in your discard pile and use it as this attack. Pretty cool. So you can play like a toolbox style if you're been around long enough. If you remember Mew and Mewtwo Tag Team GX, sort of similar concept, but just strictly dragons. All right, and we also have a VSTAR power here, Legacy Star. During your turn, you may discard the top 7 cards of your deck. If you do, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. So, kind of self-milling, but also maybe giving you what you need to potentially pop off an attack or whatever else. You have other options as well, though, in this. Technically, you have one other option for your VSTAR power to be used, but we'll get into that. So, yeah, the other option for your VSTAR power is technically Star Requiem. I don't know in what world it could happen, but, it's just there. But for the most part, you are going to play a copy of Giratina VSTAR here for the Lost Impact to be able to hit for 280 damage. Pretty cool. And, in a weird situation with things like Lost City, if your opponent plays it and you impacting multiple cards away, who knows what sort of instances can happen. You potentially could Star Requiem, but again, it's not likely. So for other attackers that you're going to copy the effects of with Regidrago, we've got a Goodra V-Star here for Rolling Iron. Again, you're not going to be able to use the Moisture Star whatsoever, but Rolling Iron to do 200 and take 80 less can be pretty good. Trading some prizes. And then we also have Duraludon VMAX for the Gmax Pulverization for 220 and the Shred style effect here. So it goes through any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so you are inherently Miltank proof. Some more dragons. We've got the new Dragonite here as well. Dragon Claw for 3 for 80. Meh, never going to use it. But Dragon Hurricane, though, for 180. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like, then shuffle your deck. So think of it like our ADP from back in the day. So you can get this Dragonite in the discard pile, and Regidrago can load up onto another Regidrago. We also are playing a copy of Appleton here. 2 different attacks. Fighting Tackle, you're never going to use. It's just 80 plus 80. You have other options to hit for harder. But Thick Mucus for 70 times the amount of special energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. If Lugia ends up being super popular, if they have a bunch of special energy on there, then you're going to be able to swing pretty hard and quick with Thick Mucus and into other various attackers. Another Dragon type. The last one, we have the Little Regidrago for 240. It does 20 less damage for every damage counter on this Pokemon, but if you have a nice clean Regidrago, then you can swing in. And also, you can use this technically as a single prize attacker because you're going to meet those energy requirements as well. 2 more Pokemon. We have a copy of Oranguru for Primate Wisdom. This combos really well with the Stadium in here and a few other cards that we've got going on. Put a card on top of your deck from your hand, and then take that card and put that into your hand, basically. So you can put a dragon on top and then mill it away. Last Pokemon, we are playing some Fire Energy, so we, of course, will play Radiant Charizard for another single prize attacker. 250 damage isn't anything to scoff at late game. All right, for supporters, we're playing 4 copies of Gardenia's Vigor. Draw 2 cards, and if you did draw any cards, you can attach up to 2 Grass Energy to one of your benched Pokemon. So this will help you pivot into the Regidrago. You're going to attach energy and draw cards this way. The other supporter, we're playing 2 copies of Serena. You're going to see a lot of Serena and a lot of new decks or old decks playing Serena now in its place of like Boss and such else. But you get to pick one of the two effects here. Discard 3 cards from your hand and then draw up until you have 5. And then switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active. So it's like a boss's orders and a discard draw mixed together. Really cool versatility. Again, don't mind the glare. We're recording at a different angle. For the stadium, we are playing 3 copies of Pokestop. You can mill the top 3 cards of your deck and take any items and put them in your hand that way. So this will help you mill some of these dragons. You can also get energy loaded in there and then get it back with another card later in this list. We are playing 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Discard your hand. I'm sorry, discard your hand. Discard 2 cards from your hand and it's your deck for a Pokemon. So you can just ditch these or find whatever you need. We're playing 3 copies of Quick Ball. Discard a card to find a basic and put it in your hand to help you set up or ditch more of your evolution dragons. We also are playing 2 of the new card, Capture Aroma. I'm sure the translation will probably be a little bit different when we finally see it. But flip a coin if heads, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and put it into your hand. If it's tails, search for a basic Pokemon. No matter what, you're either getting a basic or an evolution. So it's a cool little weird card to play, but it definitely works here with the large spread of everything. Continuing on, we've got a single copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball. Wow, it's autumn. It's fall. It's time to fall. We're heavy. Gravity pulls us down. Wow. Anyways, yeah, get a basic Pokemon from your prize cards. So your Regidrago V, your Little Drago, Oranguru, Charizard. Only 7 basic Pokemon in here. The 4 V, and then the 3 of these little friendos. So yeah, we are gonna rock a Heavy Ball. Also for some extra speed, we've got Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card, put it in your hand, or discard it, and then take the next one. Again, combos really well with the Oranguru, being able to put the dragons on top of the deck, and then discard them and get to the next card and get a little bit deeper into the deck. For some pivoting and some mobility, we are playing 1 copy of Escape Rope and 2 copies of Switch. And also, because of the retreat costs of Charizard, Regidrago, and Oranguru, we're also just going to go ahead and play 2 copies of Scoop Up and have to pick them up and be able to reset and reuse the ability of Oranguru as well. And almost to the end here, we have 2 copies of Energy Retrieval. If you mill cards or discard cards, you want to be able to get the energy back into your hand to accelerate with Gardenia. So keep that in mind that you're going to want to use that. And then last but not least, because we're milling and discarding cards often, we are going to play a copy of Palpad to put back Gardenia or Serena into the deck. And finally, we are playing 10 basic grass and 4 basic fire to fill our attack costs of Regidrago and potentially Radiant Charizard and little Regidrago. But this is the early list that I've come up with some inspiration from, of course, Japan. They've had a nice, crazy weekend with the release of the set there. So a lot of things popping up. The next thing I think we're going to cover is Regidrago. Waiting on some Vigavolts to show up, because I just didn't have enough, so I ordered a couple more. So when those come in, we'll profile that. But let me know down below in the comments what you want to see from Silver Tempest, what other decks you want to see updated. I know a few of you have been asking for Clefairy and Mewtwo. I'll finally get that rocking and rolling for you here in the next couple of days as well. But yeah, we're full on, guns out and a blazing for Silver Tempest. Super excited for pre-releases this weekend. Make sure if you want to play them, go find one. Check out Pokemon.com for the event locator to find those as well. But yeah, that'll do it for me. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon decks and content. Follow me over on Twitch for some live streams with some TCGO and some other variety stuff. Don't forget to get your Gust of Wind merch down below and support #BlameGazer. Get Gazer Beam 2K over to the East Coast for a regional this coming spring. See if we can have that happen. But yeah, that's it. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Much love.